I mean, you're touching on something that we talk to our executive community about like 24/7, which is get to know yourself, get to know what you're really about, your gifts, your specialness, if you will. Do you find, Sharon, when you come across people either through in the form of a resume or LinkedIn profile or in real life space, that it's difficult to ascertain what that person's really about, or what's your take there? How much of a sense are you getting as a recruiter when you encounter someone, albeit it's an impression sort of moment, but are they good at relaying to you what they're really about and what difference they could make at your
Yeah.
client
So
organization?
I would tell you the best leaders have a hard time with that because they feel like they're bragging,
Mm.
right? So they're challenged by really saying what they're good at because they feel like they're bragging about themselves. So if I'm having a hard time drawing that out of a candidate, what I'll typically do is I'll give them an assignment. I say, okay, I want you to, and we've talked about this in the past. I want you to write two things for me. The first list is all the things, not that you trained your or educated yourself to, but what are you in your DNA naturally good at? And we've talked about this. For me, that's I'm incredibly intuitive. Like I can just sense something, and I always say if it looks like a rat, smells like a rat, I'm going to find the rat. I mean, it's in there, right? So I'm just intuitive as it relates to people, which has served me well in this business, which is why I'm good at it. So finding out in your DNA what you're good at. I think about that athlete in high school that was good at every sport and really didn't practice it hard, but just had this natural gift. It's that, or the gal that never studied, cracked open a book, and got straight A's. Those are DNA gifts. Everybody has them. Everybody has natural gifts. So it's really spending some time. This isn't a quick exercise. It's really kind of thinking about what am I just naturally good at? Then the second list is what do I love to do? Like, what am I passionate about? And that's an all encompassing list. It could be playing piano, it could be, everybody writes family and all of that, and that's great. But what are the things that when you think about them, they bring you joy? Those are where you start to see how the mind works. I'm a creative. I'm a detail oriented person. All of those things. Then we marry those two lists and we say, okay, this is what you love to do, and here's what you're naturally good at. Here's where they intersect as it relates to where you're going to talk about your career and where you're going to look for that next right fit. That people come to me all the time. They go, I make great money, I'm very successful, and I don't love what I do anymore. I
Mm.
don't love it anymore, and I need to figure out what to do next. Well, it's hard to replace money unless you stay in the world of what you live in, right? Because that's where your background is. So it's really analyzing that and then putting all those puzzle pieces together to figure out what's next and how to bleed that passion back into your daily work life. So if you're just stuck and you don't know how to articulate that, that exercise is really, really helpful.